Stadium, home of LSU. We believe we've got a great one in store today, and we've got a team that makes it into the top 25. Now when you go on the road, that's when you prove you belong. As we'll see, the number 23 team in the country, the Pittsburgh Panthers, taking on another SEC rival, the LSU Tigers. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, joined here in the booth by David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. And guys, let's get this thing started. LSU will put a foot to it for the opening kickoff. And they desperately wanted to attempt a return, but decided not to. Instead, they'll take the touchback. The Panthers offense will take the first swing of the game. And as this star running back comes onto the field, everybody in the stadium knows he's going to get it. The defense knows it. Doing something about it is quite a different thing.
It's hard to stop him. He's hard to handle because he can do it in so many...
Coming out aggressively. And it was worth the gamble, but the long pass is incomplete. Really important for a ranked team going into a hostile environment like this one, not to give the underdog reason to believe.
Yes, reason to believe, and don't give the fans reason to get jacked up and excited. Come out early, be in a business mode mindset.
You got to start fast. You got to have a sense of urgency. You cannot come sleepwalking into an environment like this, because if you do and you make some mistakes, this crowd will pounce on you and seize momentum.
This crowd trying to make life miserable for this offense. Off the play fake on first down to throw. And they're on him immediately. Down goes the quarterback.
This defense has the ability to get pressure on the QB from the edge. And I don't necessarily mean from defensive ends, but from the outside linebackers. These guys get in their sprinter stances, and they come off the ball. That outside linebacker showed you his speed right there.
On second down, looking again to throw. And the pressure is coming in, and they get him again.
Well, they're able to get the negative play, great individual effort. I know LSU's defense always goes by DBU, but they've had some big-time players up front on that D-line, too. You think recently, guys like Marcus Spears, Glenn Dorsey, Kiki Mingo, Daniil Hunter, dudes that can line up one-on-one. These guys were like avatars with their frames. So difficult to block and so athletic. That's what this guy reminds you of sometimes.
He turns this into a nice gain and gets down to avoid the hit.
You just feel like throughout the course of this game, this guy's just going to have to make plays like this, right? Things aren't always going to be perfect. Protection's not going to be ideal. You're going to have to play with some effort, make some scrambles, make some things happen when plays break down, and at least try to put your offense in good positions. Wasn't able to get the first down there, but now he makes this decision a little more interesting here on fourth.
The LSU Tigers offense will take the field for the first time. As we take a look at our impact players for this one, what are you looking for, Jesse, for a guy to make an impact?
Well, these are simply put the leaders of this football team, and generally games go how these guys play. If they make plays, then they've got a shot to win this one.
No doubt, they got to show up. These are the team leaders. These guys have to play well if they're going to win the football game.
That kind of pickup on first down, and you can take a shot here on second and short. Wide receiver now comes in motion. The jet sweep pass. He's there to make the stop, and they threw it in reverse, losing yardage on that play.
You know when you're playing against a defense of this caliber, you're going to have some sort of balance, right? You can't just drop back and throw it every single play. Nothing going on that last run. They're going to have to find another way to get it going, handing the ball.
And what you talk about on defense is speed, is penetration, getting in the backfield, making something happen, and you could tell they got in there so quick. The offense couldn't recover, couldn't do anything with them. Nice job getting the tackle for loss.
And it's incomplete. The long pass on fourth down is to no avail. The Pittsburgh offense is back on the field.
That's a great job there by the defense here early in this game, getting a huge stop, and they've got an opportunity to make the opponent pay. Offense taking over now in great field possession. Let's see what they can do here from a play calling standpoint.
And the quarterback will take a sack back at the 36.
And they've been waiting for something good to happen with respect to getting after the quarterback, right? They're outside of the top 100 in the country in sacks per game, but finally now you see they're generating this pass rush. 3 sacks.
And this defense has maxed out this pressure. Another sack.
And how about that back-to-back sack? You want 2 sacks in a game. That's a great game. He is flying around, getting to that quarterback and getting him on the ground.
And this crowd is up for grabs, and not much excites them like back-to-back sacks. Third and this defense is bringing the heat. Another sack. Pitt will have to boot this one away. 3 and out, and not much choice but to get rid of the ball. A fairly short distance here toward the sidelines, not his best work. LSU will dive into the playbook here on offense. There have been a couple of missed opportunities for these offenses in the last couple of drives, Jesse.
And I think for this offense here, it'd be nice to hit an explosive play, be aggressive, and really pay off your defense's effort that last drive.
And instead of having to move the ball down the field consistently and then...
He's got it downfield for a huge gain. He's run out of bounds, but not before, turning in a big pickup and moving the sticks for a first down. He had the perfect play to open the drive, and now they'll snap it again from the 38. He hurls one deep down the left side and is knocked away and incomplete. The defensive back staying in phase and batting it away. After the misfire, now on second down. He's looking to throw. Good timing on the quick out. And he goes out of bounds after coming up with positive yardage there. This defense will try to force a fourth down on 3rd and short from the 45. Throws to the wideout. And they weren't able to make the connection. They were looking for an explosive play.
Defense did a great job. 3rd and short on the opponent's side of the field. They're expecting quick throw. Everybody, they dug their heel on the ground. They're able to break on the ball, force the incompletion.
Finds him out of the backfield. And the completion gives him a fresh set of downs and keeps this drive moving. They were willing to spin that wheel of fortune in their own territory, and it paid off.
And it came up good. I think you see the aggressiveness by these offenses now, willing to go for it on their own territory, and I like it because they got it.
Makes that one pay off, and they finally get him down at the 38. It'll be first down. And the Tigers come to the line with a fresh set of downs. Wants to throw on first down. Fires to the middle. He's got it. And he's knocked down immediately, but not before he moves the chains. Inside the 25, they'll snap it from the 24. First down. He wants to throw. Makes the grab. It's Sampson. They make the stop right there. Good pickup. It's still short of the first down. The back goes in motion. Quarterback wants to throw on second down. That pass is incomplete, and they might be fortunate it wasn't knocked free for a fumble. It'll be third down. That last incomplete pass has him staring at a 3rd and 3. Receivers telling the quarterback what they see. They'll throw on 3rd and short. Lets it fly. And it'll be intercepted in the end zone. And the senior just snatched the ball out of the air and gave it back to his offense. Looking for a productive play on first down. He's going to pass. What a snag by the defense. Takes it the other way. He's at the 10. And with the interception, he'll take it all the way back. Touchdown, LSU! And he's got the extra point, and it's 7-0 to start this one. They'll kick it off and send that defense right back out there to try to score again after the pick 6. And it'll come out to the 25. No attempt at a return. They'll put this one in play. First snap of the drive from the 25. Coming out on first down with the play fake. Zings it complete to the right. And they make the stop, and that will likely bring us to the end of the first quarter. Guys, LSU has the lead here. We've put one in the books. Let's have a look at our game summary.
LSU 7, Pitt 0.
Second down here as they go back to work after the break. Grabbed behind the line. It's Renfro. Tackle is made after the first down.
Well, we knew coming into this game, this offense was going to try and get this receiver involved and get him involved early. So here they are just finding an easy completion. It's not a touchdown, but they just want to get this guy lathered up and get him into a rhythm.
It's 1st and 10 from the 38-yard line. Use the play fake. Now to throw. Great catch along the sidelines, but the object is to go forward.
A nice job by the defense there tackling the catch and smothering the tight end. They know this offense is going to try to find him in the passing game in a lot of different situations. That time, perfect coverage, and nice job bringing the big guy down. Not easy to do.
After that last completion, it's second down. He's looking to throw. Trying to beat the D deep. Oh, did he toast the coverage? Got it deep downfield. And he'll take it all the way. They couldn't bring him down. Touchdown, Panthers.
Really nice job working the route and getting himself open. And he was able to locate the football, snag it out of the air, and this guy now has 5 receiving touchdowns on the year.
Now they'll line up for what they hope is automatic. And it's perfect. Let's go to the studio now and check in with Kevin Connors. Kevin, what do you got?
Week in and week out, guys, you never know what's going to happen in college football. Check this out. ULM is currently trailing in this one, but it feels like the tide may be turning. These Warhawks have picked themselves up before, and they're capable of it again today. It's a touchdown game. They're trailing by 7 to Western Kentucky. We are the eyes and ears of the college football fan, and we've got you covered all day here in studio, guys.
And how about that one? Kevin will be keeping an eye on everything going on elsewhere. He wastes no time and comes out throwing. Oh, picked off. Taking it the other way. And they'll close in on him after a good return on the interception.
This is obviously not a great start for this quarterback here. 2 interceptions already in this game. He's got to do a much better job with his decision-making.
They'll ride the running back and leave it with him.
And it's just simple. Simple first down run, showing your physicality, setting your offense up in a good spot.
Solid pickup of 4 on first down. It's 2nd and 6. To the ground with the back. A strong tackle and wrap up from the junior.
I like feeding my guy. I like getting my running back touches, feeding the ball so he can break some of those big runs. But I'm also okay with these little ones. Set the tone, stay balanced.
He'll try to pop the draw. Jukes his way for more. Open space at the 25. And they'll finally bring him down after he rips off a huge play. Head right back to the line. Defense trying to keep this offense from getting a line on who to block. From the gun, they'll try to impose their will. It'll be 2nd down, and remember, they can pick up a first without scoring. Wants to fire on 2nd down. Moving, keeping the eyes downfield. And he'll step into the end zone. Touchdown, Pittsburgh! Well, that didn't necessarily go as planned, but it was most effective in the end.
I love it, Reese. Down in the red zone, this quarterback didn't have anybody open. Didn't panic. He just decided, man, I'm going to go do this myself. I'm going to use my wheels and put up 6 on the board. He did just that.
Lining up to cover the kick after that touchdown drive. From back of the end zone, he'll bring it out. Gets it out to the 20, about 5 yards short of where he'd be if he had just taken a knee in the end zone. The Bayou Bengals will run the offense out onto the field. Well, let's see if this drive goes better than the last one. They were in and out quickly after the quick pick, David.
Yeah, first play, big mistake, man. Now, let's get this offense in a little bit of a rhythm. Maybe before you open it up again, Palmer, or do you trust him right away?
He seems to me like the guy maybe that just needs to kind of get into the flow of the game. So maybe you get the running game going here and just give him some easy looks to let him get lobbied up.
And he's got enough for the first down. It'll be at the 35. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Quarterback reacting to what the D is showing. Looking to go up top on first down. Fires to the wideout. He makes a catch. And a big gain there. He's knocked down immediately at the 45. LSU with the 1st and 10 here. Use the play fake. Now to throw. And he was hit just as he released it, and it falls to the turf. In a competitive conference like the SEC, you just can't afford to start 0-1 if you want to chase a championship. Really important to get off to a good start.
No doubt, in the SEC, you've got to set the tone early. It's all about creating momentum out of the gate. Both of these teams had this game circled all offseason, David. They know what's riding on the line.
There's so much riding on the line. Who gets to Atlanta down the road? Bragging rights, recruiting rights.
Looking deep. And he is finding wide-open defenders all over the field. His 3rd interception of the day. He steps out of bounds, but not only does he get the ball back, what a return to set up his offense. No reason to be in a big rush. They have some time here late in the half. They'll run it out of the shotgun. Creates a little space. And they'll finally bring him down after he rips off a huge play. We've reached the 2-minute warning, and we'll see if the offense can build on this lead before the break. From inside the 40 at the 37, it's first down. He's looking to throw it. Bought a little time, lets it go. Caught over the middle. It's Renfro. They make the stop, but the sweet throwing catch is plenty to give them a first down. Pittsburgh now has it in the red zone. Trying to cap this drive with a pass. Good run on the play, and he slides to avoid the hit.
Yeah, I think you're just seeing the experience this guy has, right? He's so poised that initially he's flushed out of the pocket, nothing's open, and he doesn't panic. He's not throwing it away. He's not sliding early. He just knows where the...
And he's going to score. Touchdown, Panthers.
Man, he's off to a good start this year. That's already his 3rd receiving touchdown. We're only 4 games into this season. I love how they line him up all over the field, and as the season goes on, they're going to keep being more and more creative with how they get this guy the ball.
LSU 7.
Out of the end zone. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. LSU will dive into the playbook here on offense. Not a lot of time left here in the half. Let's see if they can cut into this lead.
And this drive isn't a must score, but, man, you look at the scoreboard. You're down 2 scores. Jesse, you got a good opportunity. Create some momentum. Cut it to a 1-score game. This is an important possession.
Yeah, it's important to create that momentum now, David, too, and not wait to get it going here at the start of the 3rd quarter. You've got 1 drive here to get a couple of points. You've got to start erasing and chipping away at this deficit. This could be where the game turns right here.
Those are the ones you rewind back on tape over and over again when you watch this tape and you go, how did I miss that? He was so open. You have to hit those plays. There's nothing you can say positive about that.
A little pre-snap eye candy for the defense. Fires to the right. He's got an open man. So important to convert these 3rd downs, and they get it done. They'll have it at the 42. First down and 10. Looking to move it through the air. Pressure coming. Hit as he throws. Another interception. This guy just can't find his own players. He looks as if he thought he had it all the way, and this junior makes a play. The Pitt offense back on the field and ready to roll. This has been an impressive first half, and Jesse, they'd love nothing better than to tack another one on before the break.
Why would they want to stop at this point? Everything they've dialed up, they've been able to execute, throwing and running the football there.
And how critical is it for this defense to get a stop? Down right now before the half. They can create some momentum on their side by getting a stop before the half.
Put it right on him. Sweet play, good pickup, and they'll move the chains with the first down. A new set of downs after the completion. Inside the 15, 1st and 10 from the 14. He wants to throw. Coming after him. Able to get just a few before sliding to avoid the hits. The clock will stop with this timeout from the offense. They'll get a chance to regroup on the sideline. Operating in the red zone here on 2nd down. He's looking to throw. And the heat gets there. And they get him down at the 14-yard line. We got a timeout here late in the first half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break. Boy, they'd love to pick up this conversion and go to work with a 1st and goal. 3rd and long, and he'll try to throw for it. Short gain on the play before he slides. The defense calls the timeout, their 2nd of the day, as they try to get their act together. They'll play it safe and send out the field goal unit. And it's no good. Missed the field goal, missed the chance to make it a 3-possession game, but still a 14-point lead. They'll come out on this drive and let it rip. And that is his 5th interception, a nightmare he is not waking up from. And they capitalize. The pick, but the great return to give the offense tremendous field position. So let's see how they play it in this final 30 seconds of the first half. He's got his man. The offense burns his 3rd and final timeout of the half. Going to work in the red zone, they can't pick up the first down without getting it into the end zone. He's back to throw on 2nd down. And that one is right on target if his target was the first row.
And how nice is it to have the home crowd going absolutely bananas? Communication is harder. The snapping the football, everybody being on time. Man, this crowd really affected the football. Yeah, and 3rd and short, they choose not to run, throw the football, and I think a lot of that has to do with they know they're in field goal range. They can take the 3 points on the board.
Field goal is good. And now the lead is even bigger. So they get the late field goal right before the half and not much time after this kickoff for an answer. He'll start the return inside his 5. And the return man is stopped, and that'll leave it up to the offense on the next drive. Running out of time here in the first half, they're going to have to be efficient to put some points on the board before the break. Quarterback quick pass to the receiver. Still on his feet at the 25. The expressway is wide open. He's at the 20. And he just kept running, and he ran away from the crowd, and he'll take it in. Touchdown, Bayou Bengals.
And what a great way to end the first half. It wasn't a perfect first half. A lot of mistakes, still trailing by a lot. But here's the deal. Now you put yourself in a position, go make some things happen. Force some turnovers, play good in the second half. Who knows what will happen.
And the extra point was good. Pitt will kick off, ready to get things started here in the 3rd quarter. Here he comes from inside his own 5. He only needs a sliver of daylight. He's got an alley. And there he goes. He will score. Touchdown, Tigers.
What a way to seize momentum here. You start the second half, you take the first kick back to the house. Great blocking and an awesome job in the open field, making people miss and showing you the speed on that return. Wow.
And for a quick update, let's go to Kevin Connors in the studio.
Gentlemen, let's take a look at what's happening in this exciting college football game. You is currently trailing in this one, but it feels like the tide may be turning. These Warhawks have picked themselves up before, and they're capable of it again today. It's a touchdown game. They're trailing by 7 to Western Kentucky. We promise to keep you posted on what goes down in this exciting college football matchup.
Thanks for the update on that one, Kevin. Let us know when it goes final. So you get stuffed on first down, and now you have the offensive coordinator thinking a little bit.
Yeah, we're probably going to have to throw it now on this second play. But what are we going to see defensively? Now that they know we're throwing, might they blitz us? Do I have to leave Morgan?
And they get to the quarterback and knock him down back at the 16.
That is now the 7th sack on defense. This offense cannot protect their QB. It doesn't matter if the defense is blitzing or if they're just winning one-on-one. 7 sacks. That's just ridiculous.
Grabbed in the middle. It's Renfro. And he's not going to get there. The defense stands tall and makes the stop. Pitt will line up to punt it away. They'll look to pin him deep. Running it back, it's Parker. Never had a chance. What coverage to get down there and knock him down inside the 10.
And a huge thank you in order right there. That return is literally going to go find my man and go, thank you so much for making up for my mistake. That could have been huge, but the offense caught a break and found me.
Oh, look out, there he goes. They'll get him on the ground at the 46, and it'll be a first down.
We got to give a lot of credit to the offensive line. They were able to pave the way for a first down.
To the air on first down. Quarterback strolling away from heat. Got away from trouble and got rid of it. And he just flat missed him. Sometimes you see a guy, he's open, and you try to baby it too much, and it was a bad throw. Couldn't connect on first down, now back to the air. Gonna let it fly. And it goes through his hands. Oh, he had an explosive play right there for the taking, but couldn't reel it in. Boy, guys, they got off to a great start with that big first play on this drive, but now a couple of incompletions leaves them in a hole. Quarterback changing the plays at the line. On 3rd and long, try to convert through the air. And he got smacked just as he released the pass. It's incomplete.
QBs and receivers on 3rd down, everything has to happen just a split second sooner. You're expecting pressure, the quarterback gets hit, just now on the same page with his target.
Complete and looking for enough for the first down. And they'll finally get him down after a terrific pickup. The Tigers have this offense rolling. He'll just keep slinging it. He fires to the left side. Off the deflection, missed a great chance to force the turnover. Instead, it'll be second down. Couldn't make the connection last time. Let's see if they throw it again. Motion by the back forces the defense to adjust. Trying to escape and get it himself. He gets the job done, picking up the first down, then getting down. The Tigers come to the line with a new set of downs. Comes out throwing on first down. That's caught. It's Watkins. Excellent job working through the air there, finding a hole in that defense and picking up a first down. LSU looking to take advantage of this red zone trip. He wants it all. And he was shooting for the end zone there, and they couldn't make the completion. It'll be second down, and remember, they can pick up a first without scoring. And back to the air on second down. Makes his connection. Touchdown, LSU! They looked finished, but they're all the way back, and they have the lead.
quarterback's abilities to read the field is huge. And also the anticipation, the time to be able to throw the football, Jesse, and hit a guy in stride so he can get run after the catch and get in the end zone. That was a nice job by the quarterback.
Yeah, it's critical, David. And listen, a lot of times touchdown passes aren't thrown into the end zone. You've got to read the coverage, hit the open guy, and let him do the rest.
The Pittsburgh offense is back on the field. The last time we saw this offense, we had to look quick. It was a 3-and-out, Jesse.
They just had no rhythm in that last one.
And the quarterback caught up to and sacked at the 12.
Play-action pass success has a lot to do with selling that fake. You could tell defense was not buying it, got in the backfield, got the big play.
Looking to throw on second down. Makes the grab on the left side. Afterburner's coming. He's at the 20. Touchdown, Pitt. And that one will give him the lead. He has been surgical. Precision passes. Using the scalpel, the fine instrument, rather than the blunt one.
And the defense has had absolutely no answer for him. Just, he's been down their throats all game long, a step ahead, understanding what he's seeing, and just destroying this defense.
And the returner is stopped. The Bayou Bengals will run the offense out onto the field. That last drive, an absolute aerial assault for the touchdown, Jesse.
And it was a nice job in play calling, too, David, just giving the quarterback some easy looks and reads so he could go out and execute.
And he knew exactly where to go with the football. Everything looked really, really easy. He was hot. The ball was coming out of his hands. The defense better do something different.
Looking for a physical attack from the gun. They stay aggressive and push their way out to the 33, and it's first down. LSU quick to the line. He'll come out throwing on first down. Got the quick pass. Finally run out of bounds, but he has this offense rolling with a first down. Well, look what's happening now. Old Uncle Mo has hit the transfer portal and is changing sidelines. Gonna take a shot. And he makes the catch at the 25. You string together a few games like this, and all of a sudden you're pursuing Jamar Chase for that single-season receiving record.
And pursuing some postseason hardware, too, baby. Like, you're trying to be the best receiver in football. You're trying to be an All-American, and it's plays like this that starts getting that pump going, the hype train going, and at the end of the year you want to be like, best receiver in football? Where's he from? Baton Rouge.
They'll throw it on first down. This is intercepted along the sidelines, but no. He's out of bounds. It's just an incomplete pass. Very fortunate turn of events for the offense. Forced out of the pocket. Fires a bullet. Now it's picked off. Delivers the contact. Not only a great play. Discipline by this sophomore to make the pick. The Pitt offense back on the field and ready to roll. Jesse, a very productive drive last time wound up with a touchdown.
Yeah, mixing and matching play calling really well. Nice balance on that last one, Dave. Let's see what they can do here in this next drive.
Yeah, and I don't expect anything different. When you put together a drive like that, I would do more of the same. Keep the pace, keep it going.
On second down, they'll take to the air. Makes the grab, and he's dragged down.
This slot receiver is a guy the defense has to be careful of. He runs good routes. He's got some speed, and if you're not careful, this guy can gash you.
On third down, he drops to throw. He'll pull it down and run. He is brought down, but man, what a job to find some running room and move the chains. It's first down from back at their own 24-yard line. Using his legs, it's Goff. Got room at the 35. And he found plenty of running room on that one before the defense was finally able to get him down. Guys, that's the end of the quarter, and Pittsburgh has the lead. They've built a cushion. They've got a nice lead. Now the task is finish the deal as you take a look at the third quarter stats. They'll start the drive here with first down to open this period. Caught in the backfield, it's Renfro. And a good job in coverage there as they stop it after just a few. Here comes the offense on second down. The give from the gun. And just wedges it ahead a bit before he's brought down.
Good back-to-back plays for this defense. Like, this is the crucial moment in the game. Like, you know they're running the football. You know they want to eat clock. A lot of bodies near the line of scrimmage. This defense needs one.
And they get the sack just like that.
The defense just simply not fooled by the play action. Oftentimes as an offense, you're hoping the run fake's going to slow down those pass rushers, but man, oh man, they had their ears pinned back.
He'll bring it back. It's Parker. He'll put a stop to that return as he gets it up to the 41-yard line. LSU will dive into the playbook here on offense. And boy, they missed an opportunity last time throwing that pick in the red zone, David.
Yeah, and you got to put that frustration behind you. You can't turn it over. That's a cardinal sin. You know better than that, Jesse. You can't take points off the board. But you got to move on.
You do. I think he just got way too overeager down.
And they got him. They'll get him down for the sack. This is the type of play that could be a pivotal moment. Tight game, third and long coming. Looking to throw, and he needs a chunk play. Fires to the right. It's caught. Nice job to pick up the first down, and they'll spot it at the 42.
How great is it to have a running back who can basically run your entire route tree? You don't see a lot of guys line up and then run vertically down the field, get open, and make a big play. This dude is special.
He'll pull it on the read. They'll rip off 8 on that play. It's 2nd and 2. LSU right back to the line. Quarterback making adjustments with his receivers. He's looking for a man on 2nd down. And it's another interception as his assault on the record book continues. Going the other way, and he's got room. Touchdown, Panthers! The defense puts 6 on the board with a big-time interception return. What about the speed from that defender on the return?
He's showing you, Reese, like, listen, it's not just wide receivers that can do that. I can take this thing to the house. I got some moves. Watch this. Unbelievable job flipping the field. Offense about to score. Defense makes the huge plays and gets points out of it.
They're about to kick it away, and the defense probably can't wait to get back out there after the pick 6. Just never had a chance to shake loose, and he'll be brought down at the 24. The Bayou Bengals will run the offense out onto the field. They'll start this drive with a pass. Unloads to the wideout. Got him downfield. And an explosive play has him on the move, and he gets it all the way to the 48-yard line.
I'll tell you, you cannot count this team out because of who's playing quarterback. When this guy's in the game,
He's going for a big play downfield. And it falls incomplete, and the offense is lucky to have it. Defender right there almost had it in his grasp. Quarterback stands alone, all wide receivers. 2nd and 10, he'll throw again. And he had it for a second, but it just dribbled out of his hands.
well, it's a simple play. QB's just looking for his big fella, the tight end, and he couldn't reel it in.
And after the big play to start the drive, now 2 straight incompletions, and they need to find a way on 3rd down. They're going to throw it again. Hits him in stride at the 10. Touchdown, Tigers. Hauled it in and just kept right on running to the hallelujah land.
Big-time players make big plays in big games, man. And it seems like each and every week when this guy has an opportunity in the end zone, he's coming up with the big one. That time, great job focusing on concentration. Defense not able to cover him. That's his now 10th receiving touchdown on the year.
They got the touchdown they needed. Now trailing by a field goal, they'll line up for the onside kick. Looks as if the hands team will be able to recover the ball. The offense likely to lean on the run to milk this clock. They'll keep it on the ground. The clock is on their side.
I know exactly what I have to do here. Defensively, we got to get the stop. So we're playing run. We're selling out to run because we're thinking they're going to run the football, and we got 3 timeouts. Let's use them wisely. Let's use those timeouts, save as much clock as we can so our offense has some time on the clock to do some damage when they get the football back.
They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one. Defense uses a timeout quickly, trying to get that ball back and preserve time for their offense. These fans stepping up to help this defense on 3rd down. He'll do it himself. Nowhere to run on that one. He loses 4 on the carry. Quick timeout called by the defense, stopping the clock to save as much time as possible for their offense. 4th down, and the punt team sends it the other way. Bringing it back, it's Parker. Everybody stays in their lanes well enough, and they stop him at the 31-yard line. A 1st down for the offense. Wasting no time throwing on this drive. Makes the catch. It's Wallace.
Well, this certainly hasn't been a career day for the quarterback, right? He's thrown a couple of picks, hasn't thrown for a ton of yards, but his team is in position to win this game, and they need him to make plays now, a 2-minute situation, to pull this one out. He's got the talent to do it. Let's find out what he does.
Defense caught out of position, and they get him down finally at the 38.
Quarterbacks have got to have composure, and I know this guy's thrown some picks. He hasn't thrown for a ton of yards, but if he can put a great drive together here, and he's got the talent and ability to do that, he can lead his team to victory in this 2-minute situation.
Quarterback by himself in the backfield. On 2nd down, he'll let it fly. All kinds of room to throw that one in there. Touchdown, Tigers! They've got the lead here in the 4th. And the extra point is good, and every point counts. It's now a 4-point lead in the 4th. We check in with Kevin Connors. What's going on, Kevin?
2 very different emotions inside the locker rooms of these teams who did battle today. Boston College managed to eke out the victory in a tighter-than-expected one. And they'll savor this one in Chestnut Hill for some time, no matter the final score.
He wants to start this drive with a pass. Got a man. It's Goff.
The circle of life in college football, where one team moves on feeling like kings and the other heads home licking its wounds.
Kevin, thanks a lot for that one. Sounds as if they had a good one there. Trying to get to it. And he can't get it off. Taken down. What a huge play this late in the game. No time to waste here. They've got to get set and pick up chunk yardage. On 2nd down, just keeps firing. Trying to make magic on the scramble. Got to protect the merchandise. Gets down without taking a hit. They're at their fastest tempo trying to get off this 3rd down play. From the gun, wants to pass. Quarterback extends the play. And he can't find anyone open, and down he goes. A sack here late in the 4th. He'll go up top, maybe a deciding play here. He'll fire back across his body, and it's intercepted. Didn't let him get loose on the return, but he'll take it as they have the ball at the 47. The offense lining up for a 1st down play. He'll keep it himself. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one. The defense will use a timeout here. There are 16 seconds left to play.
And I think everybody wants to run the option nowadays, but the problem is, can everybody read it? You got to be able to stick the ball in the belly of the running back, and you have to be able to understand, or I'm pitching it to him. Whatever the read is, you can tell he was a little bit confused, a little bit slow, and that's why the defense won this round.
The defense wouldn't let him loose, and even though it's a completion, they lost yardage. Linebackers trying to create some confusion. Well, how about this one? A fun one. These guys came